Good morning. It is Saturday, September 9th, 2023, and I'm back in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I've had about a 5-month hiatus due to a job change and training and all kinds of fun stuff. And I am so excited to be back here now. I am on Fork Ridge Trail near Clingman's Dome. I'm going to be out for 4 days. My first night will be spent at campsite 53 at the junction between Fork Ridge and Deep Creek. I've got about 5.1 miles down there. That might be all I do. It's pretty early in the day, depending on how I feel. Once I get camp set up, I might finish a section of Deep Creek, which is about 4 miles. So it would be 8 miles round trip. So we'll see. I think it's maybe 10:30. So I'd probably have enough time, but it has been 5 months since I have been backpacking. So we'll see. I'm only about 1/10 of a mile from the trailhead, but I wanted to show you what it looks like. It was that beautiful alpiney look, but we are up in elevation, I think maybe 5,500 feet or something like that. I've heard that this trail is beautiful, and I've heard that this trail can be overgrown. I think I'll probably get a little bit of both today. I have truly missed the trails, and I knew I would, but it was worth it for the job change. But I did have a little bit of, not anxiety, but nervousness maybe over coming here today. Probably partly because I don't know how out of shape I am in. There aren't very many hills in Indiana, and although I've been to the Red River Gorge a couple times in my hiatus, you know, those hills are nothing compared to these. Now granted, today is all downhill, but you know, there's only so much walking around your neighborhood and doing the steps and stair steppers can help you with. And my pack is as heavy as it's ever been. It's like 35 pounds. I'm not really sure why. I know I've got a couple new pieces of gear, but that can't be it. I don't anticipate a bad day at all. I think that there might be a little bit of sprinkles this evening, and the weather is perfect. I think my pack needs WD-40. Can you hear that? I know ospreys are pretty known for their noise. I think the gossamer gear is like that as well. But I don't think it's ever sounded this loud. It's probably also out of shape. I'm not sure if you can tell by this video, but the trail is right here, and that's actually pretty gentle grade down. I think it's starting to even out. But this right here is a very steep downhill. And although the trail, I wouldn't call it eroded right here, there are some spots, one is right up here, where it is fairly eroded. And you do have to be pretty careful. Let's starting to get a few little peek-a-views. And I'm only a little over 1.5 miles in. I'm taking it pretty slow today. I may not do that extra section. I'm kind of enjoying just getting my legs back into shape, and I might take a break here in another mile and just kind of enjoy the beautiful day. I stepped off trail about 10 or 12 feet to get this view. You can tell people have done it before. That's the only reason I knew it was here. Not bad. I'm about halfway down, about 2.6 miles. And the trail is right there on the other side of that log. Shortly after that view, then I come to the first blowdown of the trail, and this looks like it's been here a while. All right, let's get over it. The terrain has turned into this lovely bed of leaves under a rhododendron and mountain laurel canopy. This is my favorite type trail. It's been really nice. It's all downhill, and I'm not the hugest fan of downhill, but I'd rather do this downhill than uphill for sure. It'll get a little flatter and then it'll get a little steeper, but overall it's not too bad. I have not recorded in probably close to 2 miles, mainly because it hasn't been safe. This trail is washed out in a lot of spots, and it just wasn't easy for me to. But I'm about to take my pack off and put my camp shoes on, cross this, and supposedly right after this is the campsite. So I will get back with you when I get on the other side. It wasn't so bad. Probably right at knee deep in like the deepest part, but it wasn't the whole thing. It wasn't that bad. So finishing crossing here, and looks like we go to the right. Here is a sign, and I believe that Deep Creek will be to our left here. Okay, that is just mentioning Fork Ridge Trail, and it was more like 5.4 miles. And then, yeah, so I can take this up to Newfound Gap, which I'm not going to do today. I'm really pooped, actually. So it doesn't mention the campsite, but I do believe that, oh, well, it's right here. Right there. So it looks like the trail just basically goes through the campsite. This looks like this will be my kitchen area. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get settled in. I'll get back with you. Well, it's been raining ever since I got to camp, which was around 2-ish. It's 7 now. Raining on and off, but it just went through a heavy period. I just haven't really been able to film much outside of the tent. I was able to get out and have dinner and get back in fairly dry. Fork Ridge Trail, gosh, I hate to be so negative, but it just wasn't my favorite. A lot of washout, a lot of walking at an angle with your ankles. You can see some spots where are fairly fresh, where people have slid down, but I did fine. I didn't have any falls. It was about 5.4 miles to camp, and it's all downhill, which is like 3,300 maybe. I may have that wrong, but it's pretty far downhill, and there's no uphill. There's really no flat, so there's no chance of getting a different terrain. So that was a little not fun today. But I mean, I'm glad I'm in the Smokies. Tomorrow I will take Deep Creek over to Martin's Gap to Sunkota, and then up to Newton Bald. and stay at campsite 52. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you were able to get something out of it. Take care. Bye.